Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen with some more patch notes and updates with Star Citizen now for 3.12.0J on the PTU this time. It looks to me that Cloud Imperium are trying to push for the live build for this weekend if possible, and it looks like we're getting pretty close to a release candidate. So let's take a look at the patch notes quick and then talk about the patch. They've completed a UI polish on the refinery interface, getting it more functional too. There are a variety of ground vehicle controls changes with free lock and look ahead options. They've updated the Aspira Talon to use the Squadron shield generators. So these basically prevent 100% of ballistic penetration, which makes them uniquely useful, especially for a hit and run or strike fighter like the Talon is. So basically, unless your shield gets broken, you're unlikely to take any damage, whereas other shields, they can leave your fragile fighter disabled or destroyed just from the ballistic pass-through chance, so sort of bear that in mind. Performance improvements to the Prospector's thrusters for smoother flight have been made, which will make a lot of miners happy because it did handle oddly, especially in atmosphere. They've increased thruster performance on the Terrapin for smoother flight and tweaked overheating and fuel use. They've increased thrusters and roll speed for the Drake Herald, which would be awesome if either of those ships had any gameplay associated with them currently in-game. But we do know the Terrapin's probably going to be used for one of the first ships that gets its physicalized components, so maybe it will in the not too distant future. They've also added rotational dead zones for the faceware head tracking stuff, and they've updated the Toby eye tracking with new recommended default settings, so you can just sort of plug and play much more readily with the Toby eye tracker now. Some bug fixes: players should no longer spawn on or below planet surfaces on Hurston, although I have still seen that bug occur occasionally, so certainly not entirely fixed. Talon countermeasures should now work and display properly. They fixed an issue that was sometimes causing the refinery UI to become inoperable. They fixed an issue that was causing the sun to be visible through planetary terrain, and an issue that was causing ships to not be able to be restocked at multiple space stations. Those are essential fixes. The visor comm should no longer become squished. Hand animations when sitting in the Eclipse cockpit have been fixed. They fixed an issue that could cause the Idris to spawn more than intended when responding to heat in an area. Obviously they don't want billions of Idris spawning. Size 3 neutron repeaters should no longer be missing from shops in the persistent universe. They've been re-added to the game effectively. Chairs should no longer be missing from the office in the habitation area of the Mercury Star Runner, and they fixed 5 client crashes and 8 server crashes. So there are only a few known issues listed for the build left, which is both good and bad. Well, it's sort of good because they fixed a lot of bugs and there isn't much holding the patch back now. Bad because some of the bugs beyond this list still exist in game, and I was hoping that they'd get addressed for 3.12, so hopefully they still will. The issues listed are: it's possible to have a player timeout trying to log in, some clients are not receiving the full members list in the global chat channels, player eyes are extra reflective in video, select CRU series station external elevators are missing in CRU L1 and L5. The shopkeepers of both live fire weapons and garage defense are stood away from their desks, and being arrested with both utility slots occupied causes the player to respawn in prison with a broken multi-tool. So some of those issues, those remaining ones listed there, they're pretty minor. A couple of them would be good to get fixed for sure. There appears to be some other changes in the patch too as well, actually. The Constellation's hull has got a huge increase in HP by a magnitude, so a lot of people that have that ship will be enjoying that buff. I'm interested to see how they expand that out to potential other ships. I know they want a larger time to kill for ships as they get larger, which sort of makes sense, but obviously I was expecting big changes when we had the physicalized components, but we'll see what happens in the meantime. There are apparently some new size 6 scatterguns too, but I have yet to see them. I'm hoping that Cloud Imperium are still able to address the long-running canopy bug. It was listed as a fix earlier in the PTU. This is like the single-seater ships, canopies opening and closing while you're just flying around in space, which is not great for your view or recording or anything really. So let's hope that they actually fix it for 3.12.0. I've certainly seen that bug occurring still. It's one of the more annoying bugs in game. Some players are reporting that the assassination missions are having ships spawn in asteroids or auto-failing, and we've had this with missions before, obviously, but basically because of the new reputation system, that's quite frustrating, trying to go up in the assassination missions and actually gain rep, because you're going to lose rep every time you fail a mission, which is a bit annoying when you're like going, I'll take the mission, I failed it, good job game, thanks. Cloud Imperium have done a little response to this though, basically saying that obviously they'll try and get as much as they can fixed for 3.12.0, but expect potential fixes for that beyond that in a 3.12.1 patch, so after the live build. So hopefully it's not going to be in too bad a state for people that are wanting to do those missions. We don't know how stable 3.12.0 live is going to be yet either. If the servers are good and 30Ks are at minimal, then that's actually set to be a pretty great patch and gameplay experience for backers. But if the stability is bad, it's going to be a bleak Christmas for Star Citizen players, at least until 3.12.1, and that will probably be mid-January for any fixes. So the ball is very much in Cloud Imperium's court for a great Star Citizen Christmas or not. I am also getting a little excited for some interest combat. Me and Zin are recording on participating in a big Synchronizers event on Saturday to attack some space stations and Idris, so that should be great. Looking forward to that. But what do you think? That Jericho station, do you think that's going to see function for 3.12? It's sort of like a mysterious station that people have discovered out in the sticks. Are you looking forward to Alpha 3.12.0 live? Do you think it's going to be a stable build or a mess? Do you think there'll be some more extras beyond what we've currently seen in the patch? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Shipmas! We're giving away a Mercury Star Runner in December because it's Christmas and we do it every month anyway. Zin, put a Mercury Star Runner in my hand, because that's what we're giving away, and put a hat on it, like a Christmas hat. There you go. That's animation for you, potentially. I just moved my hand around. So just comment on any one of my videos during the month of December to be in for a chance of winning that. Also, maybe give someone special the gift that keeps on giving. I'm talking, of course, about NordVPN. Links below. Also, don't forget Shadow. They do cloud-based gaming stuff, so you can get that as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Click the YouTube join button, like and subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. Thanks for supporting the channel. Merry Christmas. Oh, oh, oh. Mercury Star.